Hi everyone, Philippa van der Steeg here, wife, mother, entrepreneur and lifelong learner and student of life, really. I just was wondering how many of you perhaps feel like there's something in your life that you've been working towards or trying to pursue or trying to achieve, but you find that the effort is making you stressed and worn out. You know, sometimes how you're trying to achieve some goal, you're trying to stretch yourself to learn something new, and you can see other people around you doing it, but you're getting frustrated because the harder, and you're trying really, really hard, and you don't seem to be making much progress, and you just get more and more tense and stressed and frustrated, and then you collapse in a heap because you're exhausted from the effort. I think a lot of us are probably nodding our heads. Certainly, I have had that experience. And I was recently reminded of something from my earlier years. So when I was in my high school years, rather than going to school, I was actually homeschooled. And I had the benefit of having both mum and dad at home. Mum because she didn't work, and dad because he was able to work from home. So we had two parents with two different sets of strengths to go to if we needed help with something. And mum was the go-to for literature questions or history or anything like that, and we tended to go to dad for science and maths. And I remember on at least one occasion being a bit stumped by something in maths and getting really frustrated. And dad would come over and give me a hand and try to help me, and he'd be very patient. He might ask me some questions about it. He always tried to help me to arrive at the answer to a question myself. That's usually the best way to learn. And then he tried perhaps giving me a different perspective on the question or the process involved, so trying to explain it in a different way. Sometimes coming at something from a different angle can be really helpful. That didn't work. So he looked at me and very lovingly he said, "Philippa, I think you're making this more complicated than it is." Interesting idea. How can one make something more complicated than it actually is? Well, it was all about how I was perceiving the problem, right? So in my head, I was thinking to myself, this is advanced maths. Advanced maths is hard. Therefore, this problem is hard. Therefore, it's going to be difficult for me. Where I got that idea, I don't know. It was just there, and it wasn't doing me any favors. So it turns out that I was getting myself all wound up and frustrated about a problem, thinking that it was difficult and therefore not managing to do it because I was thinking it was difficult, and therefore I was overlooking the simple answer. And once I stepped back, took a breath, and thought to myself, well, that's an interesting idea. Okay, so what if it's not that complicated? What if it's not that difficult? Then I could see the way forward. Voila, problem solved. Philippa had mastered another maths problem. And this idea actually crops up in our lives all the time, but I think most of us don't realize it. We come at all sorts of things in our lives with preconceived ideas. It's only natural, can't really avoid that. But we can become more aware of it, right? So sometimes we're trying to do something in life, achieve something or learn something new, and we feel like we're banging our heads against a brick wall and we're getting discouraged because we can't keep up this effort for too long because it's wearing us out. Where in actual fact, the problem is just that we are assuming it's difficult, right? And this brings me to something that an excellent business mentor of mine said to me not that long ago, actually. He said he was sort of preparing me for a task ahead, working on a particular project, and he said, relax and enjoy the journey. And at the time, I thought to myself, yeah, okay, this is something hard. I don't know if I can do that, but I was up for trying. I can't say that I experienced immediate results because I was still in that mindset of, oh, this is difficult, oh, this is hard, or oh, this is going to require a lot of effort, right? But a little bit further down the track, my internal monologue about that task started to change. And so I would like to recommend to you that you become aware of how you're feeling about the things that you're trying to do in your home life or your job. And if you find that there's some goal or task that's causing you to get really wound up and tense, try and remember to take a breath, take a mental step backwards, and think, what if this isn't hard? What if this isn't difficult? What if it's easy? What if it's easy? And you might find that one thought could totally change the way you approach it, and therefore completely alter your results. For the better, obviously. So take that away with you. You might be making it more complicated than it needs to be, and relax and enjoy the journey. I hope that's helpful. Please share this with a friend if there's somebody that you can think of that might benefit from this, and select the subscribe button or follow me on Facebook so we can share some more of these life lessons. It was good to be with you today. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you again soon.